Hi there, it's Nick here, getting you educated about 35mm and 50mm prime lenses and which one you should purchase first for your Canon camera. Both of these classic focal lengths were once considered standard and were used for everyday photography as well as more professional purposes. This was before zoom lenses took over. While zoom lenses are more versatile, we all eventually add a prime lens to our bag for their sharpness and low light abilities. Let's decide which prime lens you should add to your Canon kit today. .35mm is a wide focal length, but it is not ultra wide. This means you will fit plenty of detail in your shots, with space added around your subjects for context, but you won't be continuously scrambling forward to get a closer view. Wider lenses also provide a greater depth of field, meaning more of your image will be in focus. 35mm lenses are great for travel, as they can help you frame beautiful landscapes, while they're also good for situational portraits and photojournalism. There are a few popular Canon 35mm lenses. For DSLR cameras, there is the EF 35mm f2.IS USM and the faster pro quality 35mm f1.4L2 USM lens. For EOS R users, take a look at the compact Canon RF 35mm f1.8 macro IS STM lens. Let's take a look at some images taken with a 35mm lens so you can get a feel for the field of view. Now, let's compare this to the 50mm lens. The field of view provided by a 50mm lens is closer to what's considered normal, meaning it's relatively close to what your eye can see. Some beginners find this makes composition easier. As well as a tighter crop of your subject, the longer field of view makes it easier to produce shallow depths of field. That means more bokeh. 50mm lenses help you to produce more traditional portraits, and as they often feature very bright maximum apertures, they are good for low light and nighttime photography. Street photographers also enjoy this closer view, as they can keep some of the distance from their subjects for a more candid approach. Canon produces a range of 50mm options for their interchangeable lens cameras. For DSLRs, there's the budget-friendly EF 50mm f1.8 STM or the EF 50mm f1.4 USM, which produces a little more bokeh. For the EOS R range, you can choose between the ultra-compact RF 50mm f1.8 STM and the premium quality RF 50mm f1.2L USM lens. Let's take a look at some photos captured with a 50mm lens so you can compare this longer focal length. As you can see, 35mm and 50mm lenses are classics for a reason. You'll probably get both eventually, but hopefully this has made your first Canon prime lens purchase a little easier. Want to know more? Head to teds.com.au/blog or keep updated by subscribing to TEDS on YouTube or following TEDS on Instagram at TEDS_cameras for all the latest TEDucation. You can also join Club TED to stay updated on the latest news and content, as well as be eligible for all Club TED only offers. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.